So Holden Collada did an interesting tweet thread about what's actually happening at the CDC and why they're coming for RFK Jr. right now. So there's senators, there's medical organizations, the media. They're all calling for RFK to be fired by President Trump or for him to resign, right? So there is a $2 million effort to get RFK Jr. Ousted. It's happening right in front of us. Leaked memo exposed the whole plan. Now it's happening, and pharma is holding nothing back. CDC bureaucrats are subverting Kennedy. Senators are demanding his resignation. The vaccine industry is lobbying to get him fired, and it's all about to reach a fevered pitch. So so let's just watch. There is a concerted effort from pharma to get RFK Jr. ousted. 2 months ago, a leaked memo exposed the plan. Former CDC directors, pharma, senators, public health experts, and the media just launched an all-out assault on Maha and RFK. In July, the Brownstone Institute exposed a leaked memo from Bio, the lobbying arm of Pfizer, Moderna, Merck, Eli Lilly, and Johnson & Johnson. The memo made their goal clear. It's time to go to the Hill and lobby that it's time for RFK Jr. to go. Why? Because RFK Jr. and Maha are a threat to the corrupt vaccine industry. Vaxcyte EVP COO Jim Wassel allegedly stated there is no opportunity to raise capital in the current environment. So they can't raise more money for vaccines and stuff like that in this current environment when they know they're going to have to be tested against a placebo. Investors are sitting on the sidelines for the next 6 to 9 months. Vaccine pathway to approval is unpredictable. And so here's part of the leaked memo. It says, here's the executive summary, key highlights, political landscape. Widespread concern over RFK Jr.'s anti-vaccine stance. Members view him as a direct threat to public health. Speculation about the Trump-RFK Jr. alliance with potential for breakdown over conflicting interests. Strategic voices and allies. Dr. Oz seems as a potential voice of reason on public health within the current administration, and Senator Cassidy emerging as an influential advocate for CDC. Okay, so there's that. So now let's go. Here's one more. 2025 vaccine strategy. Here's the details from the meeting. Here's their 2025 vaccine strategy. Their goal, protecting continuity and viability of vaccine business. So what they're saying, continuity, meaning we don't want anything to change. We want to keep the 72 shots on the childhood vaccine schedule. And why? Because we want to do it because it's good vaccine business. Go down here. It says that's the goal. And number 5, impact of new HHS administration. It's time to go to the Hill and lobby that it's time for RFK Jr. to go. And one down here, it says no opportunity to raise capital in the current environment. So it's all about money. As we all know, that pharma is all about money, and they don't care about your health or your safety. They're drug dealers. And everybody on the left that I consider myself a part of used to always be critical and skeptical and even adversarial to big pharma until COVID, and they got them to connect COVID with Donald Trump, and hatred of Trump meant that they had to love big pharma. And so now they do. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So Bio's leaked memo revealed that they set aside $2 million, half of its $4 million cash reserve, to stop RFK Jr. They plan to target legislators and influencers. The Brownstone Institute noted that the plan reveals a timeline racing towards September. And here we are in September. It's now September, and we're now seeing an all-out PR war from senators like Bernie Sanders, former CDC directors, and the media to try to get RFK Jr. ousted from the Trump administration. So here's a little bit more from that. I'll just read this for you. It says, the need a creative communication campaign targeting legislative and influencers. A campaign needs to both inspire and frighten potential outcomes. $2 million of Bio's $4 million cash reserve will be spent on vaccine programs. So that's what that's all about. And here we are. So on August 30th, Senator Bernie Sanders called for RFK Jr. to resign. His whole argument revolves around Kennedy's anti-vaccine views. He cited the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Medical Association, and the World Health Organization to make its case. Every one of those organizations have been revealed during COVID to be corrupt. The WHO gets most of their money from Bill Gates, and they've self-admitted that they have to do whatever their biggest donors tell them to do. And we all know Bill Gates is not actually a philanthropist. He's a capital philanthropist wherever he can make money. And he's not a scientist. He's not even a college graduate, Bill Gates. But everybody turns to him for advice on vaccines. And here's one more. The American Academy of Pediatrics has received $50,000 from Pfizer, Moderna, Merck, and Sanofi, between $25K and $49K from Eli Lilly, and tens of thousands more from other pharma companies. The American Medical Association had received $1 million plus from Pfizer, between $500,000 and $999,000 from Merck, AstraZeneca, and Eli Lilly, between $250,000 and $500,000 from Novo Nordisk and CSK, and hundreds of thousands more from other pharma companies. The heart of RFK Jr. and Maha's argument against these expert public health organizations is that they're corrupted by Big Pharma, because they are corrupted by Big Pharma, which we've revealed on this show, and Dr. John Campbell has revealed, and Del Bigtree and many others have revealed over and over and over again, that everywhere from these medical organizations to the medical journals, especially to down to your local pharmacy, are corrupted by Big Pharma and pressure from government that are also bought by Big Pharma. Sanders has made no attempt to address these concerns. He's just regurgitating their talking points. Now, 9 former CDC directors just wrote an article slamming RFK Jr. for endangering every American's health. It's your typical appeal to authority. Despite the total collapse of trust in public health authorities since 2020, collectively, we spent more than 100 years working at the CDC, the world's preeminent public health agency, which nobody trusts anymore because they're all liars. And they lie to Congress on the regular. Guess what they helped us? Guess what they held up as the shining example of success at the HHS and CDC? Operation Warp Speed. But as the American people have woken up to the truth, the COVID-19 shots are an unmitigated disaster that ruined countless lives. Even President Trump, who spent 5 years touting Operation Warp Speed as a brilliant success, is now listening to RFK Jr. and questioning the lies he was told by Pfizer and Moderna. Now, again, we have to let you know, because we're on YouTube, that the CDC currently says the vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective, and it doesn't stop transmission or contraction, which is what everybody wants a vaccine to do, but it doesn't. But they say the point of a vaccine now, since 2020, the point of a vaccine isn't to stop you from contracting a virus or from passing it on. The point of a vaccine is more of a therapeutic. It's to keep you out of the hospital or from getting seriously ill or dead. That's not what I thought vaccines did up until COVID, and that's why they had to literally change the dictionary definition of what a vaccine was. It was used to be it created immunity from a virus. Now it creates an immune response, which are two totally different things. It's like my joke. Could you imagine if we all got the polio vaccine and in the same year we all got polio? And they're like, oh, no, it's not supposed to stop you from getting polio. It's just supposed to make it less. So that's the craziest thing ever.